Hello students, welcome to all. Today we are going to start lecture 4 of class 9, that is linear equations. And students, this is lecture 1 of linear equations, and in this lecture we will discuss about introduction to equations. So students, let's start today's lecture. Students, before starting our chapter, let's discuss about chapter outline. In this chapter we will cover these two topics: introduction to equations and methods of solving linear equation in two variables. Okay, so these are the two topics which will be covered in this chapter. Now today let's start with introduction to equations. Okay, and students, in previous classes we study about the polynomials. Okay, we all know about the what is the polynomial, and in the polynomial we study about linear polynomial. What is the linear polynomial? A polynomial whose degree is 1, and the standard form of linear polynomial is what? It is ax plus b. This is a linear polynomial. Okay, so now under the heading polynomial, we studied linear polynomial in one variable. Ax plus b is the standard form of linear polynomial in one variable. This when equated to 0. That means when a polynomial, linear polynomial equated to 0, that means if this ax plus b equated to 0, then it becomes linear equation. Then it becomes linear equation. And students, there should not be 0. If a becomes 0, then it is not a linear polynomial, it becomes a constant number. Now we know that linear polynomial has one and only one zero. We know that linear polynomial has one and one only one zero. That is, if we talk about the ax plus b, then the only zero for this polynomial is what? Minus b divided by a. Okay, so a linear equation has one and only one solution given by x is equal to minus b divided by a. Okay, which can be represented graphically on a number line. We can represent this x is equal to minus b upon a graphically by using number line. Clear? Now in this chapter we shall study linear equation in two variables. In this chapter we will discuss about linear equations in two variables and its solution, number of solution, graphical solution on Cartesian plane. To represent the solution of linear equation in one variable, we use number line, but to represent the solution of linear equation in two variable, we use Cartesian coordinate plane. And students, what is the Cartesian coordinate plane? We will discuss in we already discussed in previous classes. Okay, so now let's start. Now first of all, first is equation. What is the equations? A statement of equality which contains one or more unknown quantity or variable is called an equation. Okay, for example, 2x minus 5 is equals to 23. It is a equation. X square plus 1 is equal to 5. This is also equation. We can write x square plus y square minus 4 is equal to 4x. This is also an equation. Okay, so now these are the examples of equations. Now an equation has two parts. Any equation has two parts. The part which is on the left side to the equation sign, equity sign, is known as left hand side, and the part which is on the right side to the equity sign is known as right hand side. So what is the left hand side and what is the right hand side? Let's talk with Let's understand with example. Now, this is a example. 2x minus 5 is equals to 23. This is equity sign, and this is the left side of this equity sign, and this is the right side of equity sign. So this is LHS. LHS means left hand side, and this is RHS, that means right hand side. Clear? Now, what is the variables? The unknown quantities used in any equation are known as variable. The unknown quantity which are used in the equations, then it is known as variables. Generally, they are denoted by the last English alphabets X, Y, Z. We can represent it by ABC also, but generally we represent it by X, Y, Z. Now, linear equation. An equation in which the maximum power of variable is 1. The maximum power of variable is 1, or we can say that the degree is 1, then it is known as linear equation. For example, 4x plus 3, 2x minus 5, these are the examples of linear equations. Now, after this, linear equation in one variable. Let's talk about the linear equation in one variable. Now, an equation of the form ax plus b equals to 0. Ax plus b equals to 0. This is the form of linear equation in one variable, where a and b are real numbers. This a and b belongs to real number, and x is a variable. X is what? X is a variable, is called linear equation in one variable. Here a is called coefficient of x. This a is what? A is coefficient of x, and b is constant term. Clear? Now, linear equation in two variables. After the linear equation in one variable, let's talk about the linear equation in two variables. So what are the linear equation in two variable? The standard form ax plus by plus c. This is the standard form of linear equation in two variables. Here a, b, c are real number. Okay, so this is the standard form of linear equation in two variables. A, B, C are real number, and a and b both are not equals to 0, and x, y are what? Variables, is called a linear equation in two variable. Here a is what? A is the coefficient of x, and b is what? Coefficient of y, and c is what? Constant numbers. Clear? Now, students, if a is not equal to 0 but b equal to 0, if a is not equal to 0 but b equal to 0, then what it means? It means this becomes linear equation in one variable. If a is not equal to 0, then it is ax plus c, and this represent line parallel to y-axis. Okay, we know that the graph of linear equation is a straight line. So if a is not equal to 0 and b equal to 0, then it represent line parallel to y-axis. And if a is equal to 0, b is not equal to 0, then it represent line parallel to x-axis. Line parallel to x-axis. Clear? Now, if A is not 0, B is also not 0, and C equal to 0. C equals to 0. Then line passes through origin. Line passes through origin. Clear? Now the last is, if A not 0, B is not 0, C is not 0, then this is the, it becomes standard form of linear equation in two variables, that is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Clear? I hope you understand all these four cases. Now after these cases, let's move to the next slide. And it is called a linear equation in two variable, because in last case we get the linear equation in two variables, and and it is called a linear equation in two variable because the two unknown quantity, that is x and y, or we can say that the two variables, that is x and y, occurs only in the first power, and the product of two unknown quantities does not occur, Students, here if you talk about fx 4x plus 3y plus 2 equal to 0, this is the linear equation because both the variables are in the first power. And if you talk about 4xy plus 3x plus 4y equals to 0. Students, here the highest power of x is 1 and the highest power of y is 1. But here we have a product of x and y. So it is not a linear equation. This is not a linear equation. Okay. So after this, let's move to the next slide and solution of linear equation. Next is solution of linear equations. So a value of the variable which makes the two sides of the equation equals. What is the solution? Value of the variable which makes two sides of the equation equals to, called the solution of equation. Clear? For example, first of all, let's talk about the linear equation in one variable. So for example, 4x minus 2, this is equals to 0. This is a linear equation in one variable. So x is equals to 1 by 2. Let's check for x is equal to 1 by 2. If you put x is equal to 1 by 2 in this equation, then it is equal to 4 multiply by 1 by 2 minus 2 equals to 0. So it becomes 2 minus 2, that is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 by 2 equate both the sides of equation. So x is equal to 1 by 2 is a solution of linear equation. And we know that for standard form ax plus b equals to 0, the solution for this standard form is what? X is equal to minus b divided by a. Okay. Here we can say that for this equation, a is what? A is equal to 4 and b is equal to what? B is equal to minus 2. So the solution is x is equal to minus of minus 2 divided by 4, and minus becomes plus, so it is equals to 1 by 2. So directly we can say that x is equal to 1 by 2. This is the solution of this linear equation. Clear? Now after the linear equation in one variable, let's move to the linear equation in two variables. So it is solution of linear equation in two variables. Since it involves two variables, therefore a single equation will have infinite set of solutions. How? If we have 4x minus y minus 3 equals to 0. Okay. Now y is equals to, we can write it as y is equals to 4x minus 3. These are the linear equation in two variables. Now since it involves two variables, therefore a single equation has infinite set of solutions. So we require a pair of equations, that is simultaneously equations. What it means? Here if we put x is equal to 0, then y becomes 4 multiplied by 0 minus 3, that is equal to minus 3. Y is equals to minus 3. That means x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 and y equal to minus 3 is the solution of this equation. Now if we put x is equal to 1, then y becomes y is equal to 4 multiplied by 1 minus 3, that is equal to 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. So we can say that x is equal to 1 and y equal to 1 is the solution of this equation. So students, if you check the any value of x, it gives the any value of y. So it means the linear equation in two variables have an infinite number of solutions. So to find the unique solution or exact solution, we required pair of linear equation, or we can say simultaneously two equations. Clear? Now after this, a solution of linear equation of two variable means an ordered pair of values which satisfy the given equation. Solution of linear equation in two variables means ordered pair of x and y of values which satisfy the given equation. We already see this in the previous example. To find the solution, we express one variable in term of another variable. Then we put the value of the first variable to get the value of second variable. We already understand this line in previous example. So let's move to the next slide. Now okay, so let's discuss some interesting examples. So the first example is, show that x equal to 1 and y equal to 1 as well as x equal to 2 and y equal to 5 is a solution of 4x minus y minus 3 equals to 0. We have a equation, linear equation in two variables, 4x minus y minus 3 equal to 0, and we have to show that these two ordered pair are solution of this equation. So first of all, let's check for x equal to 1 and y equal to 1. Clear? Now it is equals to, when we replace x with 1, 4 multiplied by 1 minus the value of y is equal to 1 minus 3. Now when we solve this, it is equals to 4 minus 1 minus 3, or we can write it as 4 minus 4, that is equal to 0. So this ordered pair equate the left hand side and right hand side of equation. When we solve left hand side of this equation, it becomes 0 and right hand side is already 0. Then we can say that x equal to 1 and y equal to 1 is the solution of given equation. Okay, now let's check for x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5. Clear? Now our equation is 4x minus y minus 3 equals to 0. Okay, and we have to check it at x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5. Now let's replace x with 2 and y with 5. So it becomes minus 5 minus 3. And when we solve this, it is equals to 8 minus 5 minus 3, and it becomes 8 minus 8, that is equal to 0. Now this ordered pair x is equal to 2 and y equal to 5 equate the left hand side and right hand side of equation equals so we can say that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5, x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5 are the solution of given equation. Clear? Now after this example, let's move to the next example, and the next example is which of the following equation have a unique solutions or infinitely many solutions. And students, we know that if equation is in linear equation in one variable, then it has unique solution, and if equation is linear equation in two variables, then it has infinitely many solutions. So let's check which equation is linear equation in one variable and which is in linear equation in two variables. Now let's check for the first example, and the first is x plus 1 is equal to 6. Okay, now we can write it as x is equal to plus 1 minus 6 equals to 0, and it becomes x minus 5 equals to 0. Students, in this equation we have only one variable, that is x, and the highest power of x is 1, so it is linear equation in one variable. So it is linear equation in one variable, so it has unique solution. Unique solution means only one solution. Now come to the next, and the next is y is equals to 3x plus 2. And students, we can write it as 3x minus y plus 2 equals to 0. Now we observe that this equation is linear equation in two variables, so this is linear equation in two variables. Now after this, now if this is equation of linear equation in two variables, then it means it has infinitely many solutions. Clear? I hope you got how we find the equation has unique solution or infinitely many solutions. Now after the second, the next is y divided by x equals to 2. Okay, So we can write it as y is equals to 2x, and it becomes 2x minus y equals to 0. Again, this is linear equation in two variables, and if it is linear equation in two variable, then it has infinitely many solutions. Clear? Now, I hope you all understand this example. So after this example, let's move to the next example, and the next example is find three solutions of the equations 2x is equal to 6 minus 5y. We have to find the three solutions of 2x is equal to 6 minus 5y. Okay, and we can write it as x is equals to 6 minus 5y divided by 2, or we can write it as 2x minus 6 is equal to minus 5y, or we can write it as 6 minus 2x is equal to 5y, and from here we can write y is equal to 6 minus 2x divided by 5. Okay, now we can find the value of x and y by putting the value of any one variable and get the value of second variable from either of the form x is equal to 6 minus 5y by 2 or y is equal to 6 minus 2x by 5. If we use this form, then first of all we put the value of y is equal to 0. If y is equal to 0, then x is equals to 6 minus 5 multiplied by 0 divided by 2. So that is equal to 6 minus 0 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. So we can say that 3, 0 is the solution of this equation. And students, here we can put the any real value of y here. Okay, and to represent the solution in the form of ordered pair of x and y, first we write the value of x, then we write the value of y. Clear? Now this is the first solution. Now the next is put value of y is equal to 2. If you put value of y is equal to 2, then it is equals to x is equals to 6 minus 10 divided by 2. 6 minus 10 is equal to minus 4. Minus 4 divided by 2 is equal to minus 2. So here x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 2. So minus 2 comma 2 is the solution of this equation. Now we get the two solution of this equation, and we have to find three solution of this equation. So let's find the one more solution. Put y is equal to 4. If y is equal to 4, then x is equals to 6 minus 4 multiplied by 5 divided by 2. So it is equals to 6 minus 20 divided by 2, that is equals to minus 14 divided by 2, and minus 14 divided by 2 is what? It is minus 7. So here x is what? X is minus 7 and y is 4. So we represent it as minus 7 comma 4 is the solution of this equation. So now we can say that 3 comma 0 minus 2 comma 2 and minus 7 comma 4 are the solution of this linear equation in two variables. Clear? Students, we can also use this form, and by using this form we again get the same solutions. Okay, so after this example let's move to the next example, and the next example is express the following equations in the form of y is equal to mx plus c and write the values of m and c. Okay, here these equations are in the form of ax plus by is equal to c, and we have to write it in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So the first is 6x plus 7y is equal to 3, and we have to write it as y is equal to mx plus c. So we can write it as 7y is equals to 3 minus 6x. Clear? Or we can write it as y is equals to 3 minus 6x divided by 7. Now it is equals to 3 by 7 minus 6 by 7x, or we can write it as y is equal to minus 6 by 7x plus 3 by 7. This is the form of y is equal to mx plus c. And students, if we compare it mx plus c, y is equal to mx plus c, then for this equation the value of m is what? M is what? The coefficient of x, and here the coefficient of x is what? It is minus 6 by 7. So the value of m is what? Minus 6 by 7. Clear? Now the value of c is what? The constant term, and here the constant term is what? 3 by 7. So c is equals to 3 by 7. Clear? Now let's solve for the second example, and the second is 3x minus 4y plus 2 equals to 0. Now we can write it as 3x plus 2 is equals to 4y, and now we can divide this equation by 4. So it becomes 3x plus 2 divided by 4 is equal to y, and we can write this equation as 3 by 4x plus 2 by 4 is equal to y, and we can write it as 1 by 2. So it is equals to y is equal to 3 by 4x plus 1 by 2. So this is the equation in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. So students, if we compare this equation by y is equal to mx plus c, here the value of m is what? M is coefficient of x, so value of m is 3 by 4, and the value of c, coefficient constant term, it is 1 by 2. Clear? Now I hope you understand this example. So after this example, let's move to the next example, and the next example is determine the point on the equation 2x plus 5y is equals to 20, whose x coordinate is 5 by 2 times of its ordinate, and ordinate means its y coordinate. So we have a equation 2x plus 5y equals to 20, and let the coordinates of the point is x comma y. Okay, and according to question x coordinate is 5 by 2 times of ordinate, that means y coordinate. So we can write that x is equal to what? X is equals to 5 by 2 times of y. Now we have this equation. Now we can replace this value of x in this equation. So 2 multiply by 5 by 2 time of y plus 5y is equals to 20. Now this 2 and 2 is cancelled out, so we have 5y plus 5y is equal to 20, and that is equal to 10y is equal to 20, and we can say that y is equal to 2. Now if y is equals to 2, then we can say that x is equals to 5. Okay, now so we have to find the coordinate of that point. So the coordinate of that point is 5 comma 2. This is our final answer. Clear? Okay, now after this question, let's move to the next question, and the next is, if 5x minus 2y is equal to k, we have a equation 5x minus 2y is equals to k. 5x minus 2y is equals to k. One of answer is 2 comma minus 2. That means this 2 comma minus 2 is its solution. Then find the value of k. Okay, and students, this question was asked in the Gujarat NTSC stage 1 2013. So now this is the solution of this equation. So this point should be satisfy this equation. So when we put x is equal to 2 and y equal to minus 2, let's see what will we get. 5 multiply by 2 minus 2 multiply by minus 2, and we have to find the value of k. So 5 multiply by 2 is 10 minus 4 is equal to k. So 10 plus 4 is equals to k. So we can say that the value of k is 14. The value of k is what? It is 14. And when we observe the options, then option C is correct option. Clear? I hope you understand this question. So after this question, let's move to the next question, and the next question is, age of the Ramesh is x. Age of the Ramesh is x. Ramesh is 5 years older than Mahesh. Ramesh is 5 years older than Mahesh. So age of the Ramesh is what? Age of the Ramesh is x year. Okay, and Ramesh is 5 years older than Mahesh. Ramesh is 5 years older than Mahesh, but 3 years younger than Suresh. 3 years younger than Suresh. So first of all, let's note down this. Ramesh is 5 years older than Mahesh. So we can say that Ramesh, age of Ramesh is equals to, Ramesh is 5 years older than Mahesh, so we can write it as Mahesh, age of Mahesh plus, he is 5 years older than Mahesh, so we can write that age of Mahesh plus 3. It is equals to, but he is 3 years younger than Suresh, so we can write it as age of Suresh minus 3, because he is 3 years younger than Suresh. Clear? Now then find the Suresh age. We have to find the age of Suresh. So now age of Ramesh is what? Age of Ramesh is x. If these three relation is true, then we can compare the age of Ramesh and this point. So let's compare these 2 points. Age of Ramesh is what? It is x years, and it is equals to age of Ramesh minus 3. So we can say that age of Ramesh is equals to x plus 3 years, x plus 3 years. So now let's observe the options. If we observe the options, x plus 3 is given in the option A, so we can say that option A is correct option for this question. Clear? I hope you understand this question. So after this question, let's move to the next question. The cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. The cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. Write the linear equation in two variables to represent this statement. We have to represent this statement here, the cost of notebook. So first of all, let cost of notebook is x rupees. We assume the cost of notebook is what? It is x rupees. Now cost of a pen is y rupees. Now according to question, in the question it is given that the cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. So the cost of notebook is what? X is equals to twice of the cost of pen. So it is equal to 2 times of y, or we can write it as x is equal to 2y. So this is the linear equation in two variables of this statement. Clear? I hope you understand this example. I hope you understand this example. So after this example, let's move to the next example. And the next example is, in one day international cricket match between India and Australia played in Kolkata, Dhoni and Yuvraj together scored 198 runs. Express this information in the form of an equation. Okay, so first of all, let score of Dhoni, let score of Dhoni is x runs and score of Yuvraj is y runs. Clear? Now according to questions, this is the small form of according to question ATQ. The sum of runs of both player is what? 198. So we can write it as x plus y is equals to 198. So this is the linear equation in two variables which express the given information. Clear? I hope you understand this example. So after this example, let's move to the next example, and the next example is, the auto rickshaw fare in a city is charged rupees 10 for first kilometer. Charge for rupees 10 for the first kilometer and at the rate of rupees 4 per kilometer for the subsequent distances covered. Write the linear equation to express the above statement. Clear? So this is very interesting question. Let's solve this. Here we have to write the linear equation which represent the total fare, and we know that for first kilometer it is rupees 10 and after the subsequent kilometer it is rupees 4. So we have to find charge for x kilometers. Okay, we have to find the charge for x kilometer. and total fare is y rupees. Total fare is y rupees. So y is equals to for the first kilometer we have to pay rupees 10. So it is equals to 10 plus. Now after the first kilometer, for subsequent kilometer we have to charge 4 rupees per kilometer, and we have to find the fare for x kilometers, and for first kilometer we have to pay 10 rupees. So now we have to pay for x minus 1 kilometer, and for the per kilometer we have to pay 4 rupees. So it is 4 multiplied by x minus 1. 4 multiplied by x minus 1, and when we solve this it is equals to 10 plus 4x minus 4, and it is equals to 6 plus 4x. So y is equals to 6 plus 4x. So this is the linear equation in two variable which shows the information in the given question. Clear? Now after this question let's move to the next question, and the next question is Saloni goes to market with rupees 100. Saloni goes to market with rupees 100 and buys 2 kg of apple at the rate of rupees x per kg and 5 kg of potato at the rate of rupees y per kg and has no money left. So we have to find the linear equation which represent this information. So the cost of apple is what? Cost of apple is x rupees per kg, and the cost of potato is y rupees per kg. Clear? Now and he purchased 2 kg apple and 5 kg potato. So the cost of 2 kg apple is 2x and the cost of 5 kg potato is 5y, and because he has no money left, so it means he spent all the amount which she have, so it is equal to 100. So 2x plus 5y is equal to 100 is the equation to this information. So I hope you understand which we learned in this class. In this class we study about the linear equation in one variable, linear equation in two variable, and how to represent the given information with linear equations. So here we have to finish today's class. In next class we continue our this chapter with solution of linear equation with graphical method. So thank you and have a nice day.